Hello and welcome Pisces to your July messages. So keep in mind these are collective and general, so receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you're a conscious creator and you shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. Okay, there will be an extended, and if you're interested in that, that will be linked below in my extended videos only Patreon membership in my description box. So Pisces, let's get into it. So one thing to be aware of that might be blocking you when it comes to love or comes to your manifestations is the idea that it's too hard or too difficult. So you might have grown up with this belief system that you have to work really hard. It has to be hard. It has to be difficult. You have to earn it. Like it's really forceful sort of energy. But we have the message of you believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. And I'm also hearing like, let success flow naturally into your life. Let blessings flow naturally into your life. Okay, let money flow naturally into your life. Okay, because it feels like you've definitely activated a warrior spirit here, Pisces. And it's really interesting how your spread is laid out here. When it comes to love and relationships, we have learn more about each other. So there might be somebody that you just met or you're getting to know on a deeper level. Maybe you're thinking about taking something to the next level and you're looking at all the different values and how compatible you are. You're taking your time here, okay? Getting to know each other, that's kind of your guidance here in July. We have I lie awake thinking about our future, okay? So someone's like lying awake at night. We have that candle burning, thinking about your future. So if you are in a grounded relationship or a marriage, which is possible here as well, you both could be studying about some sort of new beginning, or some of you might be new parents, or you're looking at relocating. There's that aspect here as well, if that's the case. Now, when it comes to the rest of your spread here, Pisces, we start with the devil energy, clarified by the hangman. So quite literally here, you are releasing, some of you, it's your desires are shifting and changing. What you're comfortable with, what you are aligned with is changing because you're leveling up here. But it could also be that you're aware of what it is that was sabotaging you, what was holding you back, any habits, right? Any routines that just weren't serving you, and you're ready to integrate new routines. You're ready to release old habits that don't serve you, that are creating energy leaks or you feel are keeping you stuck here. Okay, then we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords. You're keeping the faith and the hope. You're moving forward. You're inspired, and there's a new beginning. Now, with the Knight of Swords, any sort of obstacles, you're clearing them, right? I'm seeing someone like actually making an action plan. So if you have some sort of goal in July, you have a big goal in July, right? You're sitting down, you're making an action plan, you're looking at your limiting beliefs, you're looking at what was holding you back, you're looking at your self-sabotaging patterns, right? And you're implementing in new ones, and you're doing it with a fresh eye and a fresh perspective. We also have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands here. So it might feel like things are a bit heavy. There's a lot of obstacles here. But mostly what I see is like you are really determined to create something, to build something, to move something forward. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands energy. There's that higher portal timeline. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the step-by-step process, right? And we have you in the Queen of Wands, you know, in this position of power and leadership. And, you know, you also have the action card here from the Soul Coaching Oracle cards. From, you know, when it comes to business and career, you have Fortuna, luck. This I love. You have Sovereign, and you have Rebel. So you're the lucky sovereign rebel, Pisces, okay? So you're going off script. You're not necessarily going to be following the crowd here. You are creating your own path, okay? Or you're creating your own way of navigating something. If anyone was like, oh no, that's not possible, you're like, ha, watch me. There's like this really determined energy here with you. And there is that sense of like having this excitement and this childlike wonder and this fresh perspective and this new beginning with this determination with the Knight of Swords. Okay, the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands here. And the Knight of Pentacles, you know, moving things forward in a grounded way and an established way with the 4 of Wands, okay? So it's really interesting. Whatever it is you're wanting to create, to do, no one's going to, like, stand in your way. Like, you're jumping over the obstacles. You have your ancestors behind you, protecting you, guiding you, supporting you, right? Like, I would say, since you are sensitive to energy, Pisces, cleanse, clear, protect your energy, you know, especially if you're dealing with groups or you're dealing with energies that you're bringing forth these new innovative ideas, and they may be more old school and they're not open or they're jealous or whatever. Just make sure you're shielding and protecting your energy here, because it feels like you have a way to overcome obstacles, you have new perspectives, and you're actually like interested in shifting and changing your lifestyle in order to move things forward in a successful way here. Okay, so let's go ahead and read that action card for you, Pisces. Looks like a busy month for you. I'm like almost out of breath channeling this energy. Okay, we have the time is now. Don't hesitate. Take action. Face your fear and do it anyway. Your soul wants you to know. Of course, there are times when it's important to deliberate and to think carefully about an action. But there are other times when you need to step up and just go for it. Now is the time. Listen from your heart. Look into fear's eyes with a calm, steely gaze and forge forward with certainty and power. Quicken your spirit by making decisions now. I step into my glorious future with determination and power. Okay? Yeah, determination is key here. Determination and power. That's that Queen of Wands energy, right? You know, you don't mess with the Queen of Wands. And you also have that Knight of Pentacles with the step-by-step process and trusting in the timing, the alignment. The other message that's kind of coming through here is like, if you wanted to start a family with your person, I feel like that's something that's determined, you know, you're determined to do. It's like, whatever this dream goal you want to establish, you want to move house, you want to, whatever it is here, Pisces, it's like, you're taking action, you know, you're not hesitating. You're almost like, okay, if I have the dream, the plan, the goal, I align my energy, I do what I need to do, I know the universe will come through for me. That's sort of the energy that is showing up here. And, you know, in career and business, you do have luck on your side, okay? And you're also operating from a place of sovereignty, from a place of authenticity. And then you have the rebel energy coming through, which I absolutely love. So this definitely has to do with your, I would even say like your North Node. Some of you might have been operating from a space of kind of what was expected of you or an older way of doing things. And now you're like, I'm going to make it my own. I'm going to do what I feel aligned to do. You know, you kind of have this creative genius energy that's coming through here too, Pisces. And, you know, you've caught this sort of inspiration and you're running with it. You're going forward with it. But it's not, you know, even though that card was like, you know, take action now, right? It's not something where you haven't prepared for it or you haven't done the planning. Like, you have done that. I think the last thing to do was just kind of to take the line to action and trust in your intuition, right? Trust in your path. That's a message that's coming through. Trust in your manifestations. The sovereign rebel. That should be on a t-shirt somewhere. That's just perfect. So amazing. So you are breaking out of kind of these old structures or these old ways of being that just didn't serve you or holding you back, that you kind of outgrown. And I keep kind of going back to like the Devil card and the Hanged Man energy, where it's like you're realizing where your hangups were, right? And I feel like it's not just within your own experience, but it's maybe in relationships, or, you know, you're realizing perhaps even at the workspace, certain people that, you know, have kind of made you take a step back, that you're like, yeah, I'm not so sure about that, right? You're daring to ask questions. You're daring to be different. So it's really exciting energy coming through here. You have a dream, you have a vision, you have a goal, and you're going to move it forward, right? And like, again, for some of you, people are like, oh, it's too hard to do that, or it's this or that. You're like, that's not my belief system. Where'd that come from? You know, that's not my experience. I can create my experience in a way that works best for me, you know? Like, yes, it might be difficult at times, but like, I don't think that has stopped you here, Pisces. But it'll be interesting in the extended to see who's maybe trying to talk you out of something, okay? Or trying to sway you in some way, because I'm kind of getting that with that limiting belief. But yeah, I mean, it might have to do with, for some of you, adopting a pet, starting a family. You know, you might have people that, whatever it is that you're determined to do here, it's like there might be some people that are trying to talk you out of it, and you're like, I hear you. Thanks. Thanks for your opinion. Thanks for sharing, your experience. But you're going to do what you're going to do, right? And I feel like you're going to protect it fiercely with the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. That's what's coming through. Let's see. Anything else that we want to touch on before we go into the extended for Pisces? We have the King of Pentacles here. So this could have to do with career, could have to do with your relationship if you're married. Some of you could be healing a father wound where, a family member wants to do something one way and you're like, no, I'm going to do it my way. That could be it as well. But again, I don't feel, Pisces, like this is something where this is a plan that has legs. This is something you prepared for, something you researched, something that it feels like you're going and taking the proper steps here. So interesting. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave it. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, we're going to dive deeper into this. There are a lot of questions that I have. Who's this person that's, kind of, who are these energies or people that are creating this resistance from what you want to create? From maybe even a childhood dream with the Page of Cups, right? I feel a few different things. So we're going to dive into that in the extended. So hopefully I will see you there. If not, take the best care of yourself. Release what doesn't resonate. Thank you so much for being here. Take the best care of yourself, Pisces, and I will see you soon.